1, 2, 3. Yeah, and I'm like, truck everybody. I don't want no parts. Something, something, something. Pull up at that, yeah, something, big ass, how I get that, ooh. I'm a hustler, baby. You must have known me, baby. I'm up about it. I'm only doing shit that's gonna make me hella rich.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I don't know if those lyrics, honestly. I'm just like, I done heard the song so many times. I do like the song, it's about the beat, but yeah, I don't know the lyrics. Hey ladies, what's poppin'? What's good? I hope that y'all like my little song, my little Coi Leray, you know, my little song, but I am really a trip sometimes. But hey, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. I'm so excited to show you guys how I did these knotless, jumbo, long, extra long box braids. And on the ends, I got the little curly curls, you know. Hey YouTube, what's up? It's me, Kimberly B, as you can clearly see below. So as you can see, I'm starting off here natural with freshly washed and moisturized hair. But what I am gonna go through and do is prepare my hair to be braided. So today, in order to do so, I'm actually going to be using my blow dryer. Since I have went natural for the second time, I do tend to allow myself the allowance to put a little bit of heat on my hair. I do so on a warm setting, and then I also like to use my olive oil or as heat protecting hair serum. The top of it broke off. I know this kind of ghetto, but I was like, I'm about to use it to the end of this, okay? Because it's some good stuff, okay? For heat protecting in order to protect your curl. Also, while blow drying my hair, I like to go ahead and twist my hair into some big old dookie twists just so that I have like my hair separated from the hair that's already blow dry, you know? And then, I don't know, I just had to be childish and start smiling like the little girl off of The Grinch because I was looking like her, so yeah. So carry on, darling. It's time to part the hair. So, okay, I'm done being childish on this voiceover. But no, okay, so what I'm doing is I like to go through my hair and part my hair into like multiple sections when I'm doing jumbo braids. It just makes the process so much easier in the end, okay? So I have these little rubber bands and I don't recommend tying them on too tight, but yeah, after that I just like to count and see exactly how many I have. 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold on, I lost my dang on count. Okay.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
So you guys, I have a total of 15 braids that will be on my head, okay? I got 8 up top, and I literally split my head into 4 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 boom. Now next, it's time to finally get into the fun part, which is actually putting this style together, okay? So right here, I have my braiding hair fresh out of the pack. And before you even get started on your braid, before you do each braid, you wanna make sure that you set out some pieces of hair so that you can build your braid, you know? So here we go. We have a nice big piece. This is the pre-stretched back of hair, but I do still like to just do a little bit of tugging and pulling just to confirm and make sure that everything is uneven as it should be. So here is my example of my workstation. As you can see, I have multiple pieces of medium-sized section pieces of hair, if that makes sense. I also have some small pieces to the side as well so that I could easily grab them and pick them up as I'm braiding. So in starting your braid, you want to make sure that your natural hair does not have any tangles in it. Next, you want to take your Shine and Jam product, and I'm putting this all around the perimeter of the section part of hair. I also like to take a comb and rake that product through as well. By having the Shine Gem in place, it just helps to make your natural hair a lot flatter, and also it makes it easier to gather it together. Also, if you have any nearing baby hairs or adult hairs that you want to act like are baby hairs, just go ahead and comb those to the side so that they're out of the way. And then you'll want to take that natural section of hair and split it into 3. And then I'll start braiding it like a traditional French braid. There, you'll see that I'm holding it in place, and I take a piece of small synthetic braiding hair and I put it behind my natural hair. I add it in behind so that it's not like overlapping over my natural hair. And then every braid down, every stitch per se, you'll add another piece of small hair in to your braid, and this helps to make your braid a lot thicker. So as you can see, I continue braiding and I add a small piece of hair in each time. And then eventually I'll start adding in a few pieces of larger hair in order to make my braid thicker. So for the remainder of this clip, I'll just let you guys see how I braid on my hair. As you can see, I'm continuing to add pieces of hair in, and within the next clips, I will tell you guys exactly how many small and medium-sized pieces I put in. But one tip that I do have is that if you're noticing that the ends of your natural hair are kind of sticking out around the synthetic hair, you can add some extra Shine Gem, and that's just an easier way to kind of gather the ends of your natural hair to get them to smoothly go within the braid. So this is how my first braid came out. It's definitely extra jumbo. For the next braid, I'm gonna make an adjustment to my original layout of like how many pieces of hair I do. So I think that this time I'm gonna try 2 of our medium pieces. So we'll have 1 medium, 2 medium, and then I'm gonna have 3 smaller pieces. So it'll be a total of 5 pieces of hair. Let me show you guys my layout again. So I made some progress. I did do a few braids in the front, but I also wanted to show you guys how I handle and tackle the back. So step 1, for doing your knotless braid, you want to make sure that your second section of hair is thoroughly detangled. Make sure that you comb through it, that it's easy to get your hands through it, etc. Next, you want to go through with a comb and rake your Shine Gem product through that. Also, make sure that you place the Shine Gem all around the perimeter, because as you brush through it, the product will get through the other strands of hair, and it just makes it so much easier to gather your hair. It also gives you a really flat look. Next, you want to take your hair and set it into 3 different sections, 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to start your French braid. While doing so, you want to make sure that you are keeping that tension, okay? Because if you don't, then it's not going to look tight. I got mine as tight as possible. Mine honestly was not the tightest in the world, but hey, once you've done so and you've done a few stitches to start your French braid, we're going to start first with those small pieces of hair. So again, to make my braid, I use 3 small pieces of hair. In every other stitch, I'll add another small piece in and then continue to braid down. Also, you'll kind of know when you feel like it's time to add another piece in. You'll feel like that original piece that you've added in is, good in there. And you'll go ahead and grab your second small piece and third small piece. And while you're adding in these pieces of hair, you want to make sure that you're always putting them behind the braid that you have going. So when you're adding it in, you're not taking your synthetic piece over that current braid. You want to make sure that you're putting it behind that braid. That's how you get your braid to look as if it's just, continuing on, like no hair was ever added in. once you get to a good point, you can of course turn around. It just makes it so much easier when you can look in the mirror and see what you're doing. So when it comes to these ends, of course, you see I got my natural hairs all fluffed up, but I love to go in with some of my Shining Jam, and I literally rake that through with my fingers in order to help to elongate my natural hair so that it will kind of, you know, blend a lot better. So I just did that. But also what you want to do with your natural hair as you're braiding is that you want to throw it behind the hair. So this is natural hair piece, right? We're going to throw it behind the synthetic hair. You can see in there, that's my natural hair right here. But I'm covering it up with this synthetic hair as I braid down because we don't want that peekabooing and poking out. A bit longer than it's looking like the end point will be. What you can do is you can add another piece of hair in, but make sure it's a bit smaller. So this is gonna help to give you some more length. And then anytime that we add that hair in, we're always putting it behind. You put it behind. Okay, yeah. So this is the hair here we're adding in. We're gonna put it behind the other pieces of hair, hold that there, and then just keep on braiding. So it's like, it's just kind of like, it's jumping in to the braid. This is how all of my other braids are looking. I'll give you guys a back view. And they are super duper duper long. Like, let me tilt this down so y'all can see actually how long my braids are. So yes, these are like waist length braids, but I'm also gonna curl the ends of these using some flexi rods once I'm finished. So right now I got some hot water going on the stove so that we can dip these in some water. But first and lastly, we have one last braid to do. I just wanted to show you guys another example again. So here we go. Okay, period, because we just got done installing our braids, sis. Yes, 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 yes. But wait a minute, pause, because we still have some finishing touches to do, okay? So as you saw, I have my Mocha de Gorilla Snot Gel for my edges, and then I also have some Lotta Body Yada 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 Body Yada 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 Yada. I just love that song. It's so catchy, you know, like body yada yada yada. I'm still working on getting Megan these, and I'll let y'all know when I got them, okay? But back to the hairstyle. I'm just putting my Lotta Body all over my braids as well as on top of my natural hair area. This is just to help with frizziness as well as giving your hair a nice, neat, polished look. Also, I got a scarf and I'm going to tie that on my head as well so that I could let that sit in place and, you know, just do what it needs to do. So the last thing I'm doing is taking my flexi rods and I'm putting those on the ends of my hair. I simply wrap it around and then I bunch the flexi rod up and fold it so that they don't fall out, of course. So this is just to give our hair that curly end look, the Coi Leray inspired look. So I simply go ahead and dip those into the water. I'm using my gray flexi rods today to get the consistency, and boom, wrap them out. And there they are. So here is our completed look, you guys. I just love how it came out, and I was so excited to have some really long, pretty braids. I hope that this video helps you in your own process of doing your hair. Also, make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment below. Make sure that you also follow me on Instagram at the Kimberly B, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you again for watching and all of your support, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.